fall vibes are absolutely everything. I don't want to say too much. Hello my beautiful people and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Gianna Lian and it is officially cozy fall season, which means I am bringing you guys the famous fall reading vlog. I'm so excited to read so many fall books, you guys. Like, this is the season that I have been waiting for. Gloomy weather, cozy reads, really cringy romance books, all set around the same time, but I don't even care because I will never get sick of them. I am just so very excited to film this video. I'm so very excited to read some books with you guys, and it will obviously be spoiler free. As always, you guys know I bring you guys only spoiler free reading vlogs. So we are about to get into it, but I thought we could switch it up a little bit because I'm very indecisive. I never know what books to read and I do have a lot on my fall TBR. So I thought we could let a random little mug decide for us here. I basically put in I think 6 or 7 books that I really want to read in this jar, and we're gonna pick one from it. And no, we are not going to read every single book that is in this little cup, but it will narrow down our choices and it will also help me decide. So let's pick our first book. I'm very nervous. We're letting the mug decide our fate here. The first book is Nothing Like the Movies. Okay, that's gonna be a fun one. It's not super fall coded, but it's a very anticipated release for me in 2025, and I feel like if anything is revolving the school time, it could be giving fall. This is the first book we're gonna pick up. I'm so freaking excited. I've been dying to be back in Liz and Wes's world for so long, and yes, I know it came out a little while ago, but it came out in a hardback. So I was waiting forever for the paperback to finally release, and I got my hands on it as soon as it did. I'm so excited, and I hope you guys enjoy this reading vlog. Get cozy. First official update for Nothing Like the Movies by Lynn Painter, you guys. This book is everything I'm needing and more actually right now. Like I said, this is such an anticipated release in 2025 for me, so I'm just loving every single second of this, and we're only 39 pages into it. We're chapter 6 and already just being transported back into the world. I genuinely forgot how much I missed this. I mean, it has been about like 2 years, so it makes sense that I forgot how much I loved it, but then again, it's just nostalgic in a way for me. But the first thing I want to point out is at the beginning of every single chapter we do have a movie quote, which I think is such a small but important touch that Lynn Painter just throws into the book to add so much more detail and like bringing the whole vibe and theme to life. The one for chapter 6 is, I don't know very much about him except that I love him, and that's from It Happened One Night. There was one from How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, one of my favorite movies of all time, and it was just so iconic in a way, and I just love that little touch. But besides that, we are following Liz and Wes now in their college years. They're 20 now, not in high school anymore. They're not childhood neighbors anymore. They are kind of adults in a way. Liz is in her 2nd year of college, I believe now, and Wes took some time off from school. So this is technically his freshman year because he went to school right out of high school and then took a few years off because of reasons I'm not gonna say. But now he's back and he's in his freshman year, and they're actually at the same school, and they don't know it yet, but they are, and it's just that like tension building almost where we know that they're there but they don't know that they're there together, if that makes sense. So it's just funny. I'm loving the setup so far. I'm loving like the college vibes, and it's giving so fall because they're starting the new school year, and Liz even already mentioned that she needs to bring out her fall playlist. She says it might be too early to get a pumpkin spice latte, and we are kind of in that exact moment right now as I'm filming this. So I just feel super connected with the book, and I feel like I'm there too right now currently. So absolutely loving this. I'm not surprised that I am, but I just had to tell you guys I'm loving it, and we're gonna continue reading because we're already making a decent dent, and I feel like I'm just gonna fly through it because of how much I'm loving it. There's a lot of reading updates that we need to catch up on, but first, let's crack our little energy drink open together, shall we? She's so crispy. I think I definitely will regret this because it's like 5 o'clock. But anyways, back to the reading updates. I didn't necessarily forget about this reading vlog, you guys. It's just life got really busy and reading just didn't happen. So it's been a very long pause for me since I was filming this reading vlog, since I talked to you guys about anything to do with these books. But for you guys, no time has passed. Here are the reading updates. I did start reading a new book on my Kindle. We're reading Salem's Fall by Talk Ross. I saw a little bit of buzz about this over on TikTok, or more specifically on this author. And this book's super interesting because it's based around Halloween, and because Halloween is coming up so soon, I feel like this is just such a perfect book to be reading right now. I'm not very far into it. I'm pretty sure I only got to like 12-15%, but so far it has me hooked. Let's just say that. There's a super hot attorney. She's on the younger side, and a lot of people underestimate her because of her looks, because of her personality, and they just believe that like she's not actually good at her job and she just has it because of her looks, but really she is a weapon that shouldn't be messed with. And put her in a courtroom and she does her thing. So because I haven't gotten too far into it, I don't know too much about it, but I know that she's working on a very high profile case currently, and there's some very attractive co-workers, and I think she actually personally knows said killer or said person on trial. It's just a little bit of chaos, but I'm here for it and I'm excited to continue it. But going into the physical book update, we are still reading Nothing Like the Movies. Again, such an anticipated read for me in 2025, and we have officially made it to chapter 17, page 158 for this book. We're on a West chapter, and we're kind of creeping up to the halfway point. Because we're a little bit further into it, I have a grasp on what's going on, and the only thing that I can say without giving too much away is that it is definitely on the slower side. From what I remember of Better Than the Movies, it was super fast paced. It was YA, so I think that had a lot to do with it, but overall the story was just like very well paced. This one I feel like is definitely on the slower side. There's a lot of back and forth and a little bit of repetitiveness dealing with how Wes and Liz still can't believe that they are at UCLA together, that they didn't realize that they were at the same school for a few months. Like, they just keep holding on to the fact of like, oh, I can't believe this is crazy. It just keeps being mentioned, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of getting a little bit old. Like, we can move on from the fact that you guys didn't realize you guys were both here at the same exact time, you know? So that's the one thing that's kind of icking me out. But besides that, I'm loving the vibes, I'm loving the writing, obviously, and I'm just loving reading about Liz and Wes again. I'm gonna say that so many times in these updates, but it's true because I genuinely did miss them. And I think it's just cool to see them kind of grown up a little bit and kind of figuring out who they are as people. Like, Liz is finally figuring out what she wants to do with her life career-wise, and Wes is finally overcoming so many of his internal struggles from the last book and the beginning of this book. It's just really wholesome to see. So I'm just loving the nostalgia of it all, basically. We're gonna continue reading it, and we'll see if my feelings change by the end of it, what I'm gonna rate it. I feel so bad for Wes. Ugh, you guys, this book is pulling at my heartstrings. It is making me so sad. I did not go into this thinking that a Lynn Painter book, or a continuation at least, was going to make me like want to tear up right now. I think maybe because I feel so connected to these characters and because they aren't strangers to me. Like, this isn't the first time that I'm reading them and getting to know them. I feel like maybe that's why it's hitting me so much harder, but wow, am I feeling for Wes and Liz right now. This is crazy because reading the first one, they're kind of still young, they're kids, it's a young young adult book, like they're just going through high school and stuff, but now they're dealing with big responsibilities and growing up and finding themselves, and just hit with so many different things that a lot of people can actually relate to. But it still, again, at the end of the day, is so sad to me. We made it to chapter 27. We're on page 254. We're on a West chapter, and the chapter I just finished right now, you guys, wow. Wow. Definitely probably one of the hardest chapters that we've read. There's been a few, but this was definitely probably the most heart-wrenching, which leads me to also say, please check the trigger warnings before you go into this book. It's not super dark, but it is sad and it touches on a lot of grief. The first book did as well, but this one I feel like is a very big theme of the book, and I want to say kind of the whole book is revolving around grief. Every single problem kind of relates back to it. Wes and Liz as a whole kind of relates back to it. So if you aren't comfortable with reading about topics that deal with grief, I would definitely check the trigger warning or just not read this one, because it's pretty hard and it's sad, but we're still really enjoying it. We are past the halfway point now and I'm just loving it. As for the Kindle Unlimited read, Salem's Fall, I still have not read anything further of that book. I've kind of just been binging this one since last night, but I'm definitely going to continue that one maybe at my work shift tonight, or just prioritize this one. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm loving both the books I'm reading so far, so that's your update. I'm very curious to see how this ends, because there's a lot going on with not only Liz and Wes, but the surrounding characters and Liz's career, Wes's career. Like, I need to know all the answers, and I really hope we get a good ending with a lot of closure, because these characters are special, let me just tell you that. Oh, and also on a side note, not reading vlog related, but my whole plan today was to go to that cute little cafe and like read there and film a cute little montage for you guys. The cafe was jammed. It was so small in there. I've never been to that cafe before, so that plan hashtag went down the drain as soon as I walked in. So I tried to get a few little clips of it while I was in there, but it was just so overstimulating and stressful. So that is why we decided to read in the car instead. But to be fair, I feel like we haven't had a car reading session a hot min. I feel like in the summer and the winter time I do it so much that we haven't done it yet in the fall, so had to include at least one car montage. We're about to finish this. Like, I don't even know how this could possibly end. Literal chills. The soundtrack, oh my gosh, the soundtrack is gold. You guys, I literally got chills reading that last page. What an amazing anticipated 2025 release. Like, I am so happy with this read. Look at the little spine. Oh my gosh. I literally feel like I was just transported back to like 2022, restarting my whole reading journey. Like, I think this book may have to be a 5 out of 5. I'm getting the 5-star feeling, you guys, and I haven't had a 5-star in months, like literal months. Is this a 5-star? It was so freaking cute. Ugh. I feel like so much closure right now. I feel so happy for Liz and Wes. Oh my gosh, what a roller coaster, but wow. I think it has to be a 5. I think it has to be a 5. Maybe it will change by the end of the reading vlog with like my recap and stuff, but yeah, 5 stars. What an amazing way to start off this reading vlog with the first book. Who would have thought? Let the fall vibes continue. Okay, we're bringing the mug back. We're gonna be picking our next read. I have a few that I'm hoping for, and there's a lot of fall books that I want to read, so we're gonna see. I'm just hoping for like 2, and if we can get one of them within this reading vlog as a whole, like maybe not next, but at some point, I will be a happy gal, so. This one? The Apple Crisp Orchard Inn! Okay. This wasn't my first pick, but I am super excited to read this one. And it's so fall coated. I don't think a book could get more fall coated on my physical TBR, to be honest. I don't even know where I put that book. Hold on, let me find it, let me get it, let me show you. Voila, here she is. Can we talk about the cover, you guys? Like, hello. It doesn't get more fall than this. It's such a cute cover. And this is by Valerie Bowman, and it's also going to become a series. So this is the first one in it. It's super, super short, so hopefully we can fly through it a little bit. It says, "Come away to the Honeycrisp Orchard Inn, where the air is crisp, the cider is sweet, the foliage is vibrant, and love is always around the corner." So I think we're definitely going to get a romance in here, obviously, but I don't think the whole book is going to be targeted specifically towards the romance. I think we're going to get the fall family farm aesthetic vibes with a little bit of a romance subplot, you know, that's what I'm hoping for at least. But let's get this started for the second book on our little fall reading, cozy reading vlog. That was a lot of fall and one sentence, but you know what I'm saying. I'm just super, super excited, and this is anticipated for sure. Coming at you guys with the first update for the Honeycrisp Orchard Inn by Valerie Bowman. I feel like I didn't really say anything about the book when I was jumping into it because I honestly just went into it blind. It's a very anticipated fall read and I was just so excited to get into it. But I did start it a little bit ago when I was going to do some cardio. We are home now and I still have been reading and absolutely loving it, and I decided to switch over to my Kindle because it's available on Kindle Unlimited, which is awesome. So if you're looking for a Kindle Unlimited cozy fall read that's not too long, I would recommend it so far. So far. We made it to page 67. We're 26% done, and we're also on chapter 7. It's really, really cute. Even just the blurb, it says, "For fans of the Love Light series and the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, this cozy and sexy romance follows a young event planner who returns to her family's inn on an apple orchard to help run their harvest festival, only to find herself butting heads with the handsome son of the apple orchard's owners." So we're obviously following Ellie, and she's an event planner like mentioned, but at the very beginning of the book she gets fired from her event planning firm for very, very silly, terrible circumstances that I'm not going to get into, but that is why she ends up returning to her family's just to go home, relive the moments of where she grew up and be back on the farm. And she's tasked with a new event to plan in her said hometown that she grew up in. And when she gets there, she is met face to face with the handsome son of the apple orchard's owners, and they grew up together. They were really, really close when they were little, and then when she sees him all grown up, she's like, wow, I don't even recognize you. And now they're kind of planning this said apple orchard event together, butting heads already, but we're gonna see where that obviously goes. So that's kind of what's going on in the book so far. Like I said, it is pretty short. I don't know how many updates that you guys are gonna get in between because I don't want to say too much, I don't want to give too much, I don't want to spoil anything, but all you need to know is that it is super, super cute. It's cozy. We're getting such amazing fall vibes. Like, this is definitely one of the best like fall coded books I've read in the past few years, I would say. I'm really, really impressed. The author's writing was a little bit hard to get into at the very beginning, but I think that was more so of like an expectations thing, but I've gotten to know the author's writing now a little bit more and I'm enjoying it so, so, so much. I am curious to know how spicy it's going to be because it is described as a sexy romance. It doesn't seem like there could be too much spice so far into it though, so I will keep you updated on that, but so far nothing too major, and we're just gonna continue reading. So, so, so absolutely cute for fall. I'm loving it. Okay, maybe I take it back. Maybe it is gonna be kind of spicy. I am absolutely eating up this book, you guys. Oh my gosh, Ellie and Aiden, the banter. I can't get over their banter. It is just too good. And it's more so on the funny side too. It's not like your typical cringy romantic banter. It's like they're best friends almost. It's so weird to explain. You would have to read it to understand it, but wow, am I loving it. We're on chapter 14, page 139. We're 54% of the way through. We are flying through it, and I don't know, there's just something about it that's giving me the perfect vibes, like I said, and I'm just absolutely eating it up. And now that I'm really thinking about it, I've never read a book specifically revolving around an autumn harvest festival or just an autumn festival in general. Yes, I've read books that have it as a subplot in like the town, but the whole book focuses just on the festival in and itself and planning it from start to finish. So that is super, super cool. So not only am I getting the vibes, but I'm also getting an insight of like, wow, there's a lot of work that goes into planning a festival. There's a lot to think about and expenses to think about when you're planning a festival. So if I ever ever want to plan a festival in the future, now I know how much work it actually is. But no, it's super, super cute. And the town even has like old school rituals, I want to call them, where the town is so old and they are so stuck in their own ways that there's only one drive-in in the town and everyone is normally there on a Friday night. And then there's one person that owns the only repair shop. There's another person that owns the only cafe. Like, I love when towns are that small that there's only one person for each thing. There's only one vet. There's one fire station and the main head firefighter is known to be that main head firefighter, you know? Like, I eat that stuff up. So small town vibes are there, cozy vibes are there, fall vibes are there. So let's continue this. We're 54% of the way through and I'm excited to see how it ends. I obviously know that there's a subplot of romance, but we're getting so much more than just that said romance. 80% through basically at this point, 78%. If we want to be specific, we're on page 202. You guys, the fall vibes are absolutely everything. I don't want to say too much because there's just so much going on, but let's just say Ellie here was right from the very beginning and she's just the best. She's the best event planner ever is moral of the story. But wow, what a fall coded book. I'm just loving it so much. It's so cute, but we have a lot of questions to still be answered and we're still on the fence about a lot of things. There's still a lot of unresolvedness and like so many different factors of the book that I've been questioning in each section, and now it's all coming back at the very same time and I'm just like, oh my gosh, overload of chaos currently. But we have 20% left, so my questions better get answered by then. And I'm just binging it. I don't want to put the book down, and that is the exact feeling that I've been craving this whole entire year of 2025. What a cutie little book, you guys. So fall coded. I really enjoyed it, but I don't think I can give it anything above a 4 stars, to be honest. Which honestly is kind of surprising because I did thoroughly enjoy it, obviously, but I feel like I just wanted a little bit more, especially like towards the end, maybe? I don't know. It was so cute though. We absolutely binged it today. Like, my goal was to finish this book today and we did exactly that. And before it got dark outside, which kind of killed it. I think I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5. It was super cute. It's perfect for the fall season, like absolutely perfect. The cover gave the aesthetic that the book was so perfectly. And I'm excited to see what this author brings for the next book in the series, because I do think I know who the couple's going to be, because we got lots of banter and like foreshadowing between them throughout this one. So I have a really good feeling I know who the next couple is going to be. And I'm excited for that. And maybe that one will be Christmas coded because the epilogue of this was obviously for the Christmas time. I don't know, but either way, read this book. I feel like we're finally getting back into the swing of things with reading books and enjoying books again. So we are going to choose our next book that we're going to read in the reading vlog. I don't know how many I'm going to do total, but let's pick. Oh my gosh, I dropped it. A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping. Okay, this is gonna be an interesting one, you guys, solely because it's like kind of a take on fantasy. And if you're not new around here, fantasy is definitely not my genre. It's never been a genre that I can get into. I've been wanting to, just haven't really given it a fair chance or prioritized it. So I feel like this is gonna be super interesting, but maybe super good. I don't know. We got some witches going on. We got some talking animals, some casting spells. I don't really know, but we're gonna go into it blind, and it's kind of the book for fall/Halloween time, so I guess it ends up being perfect, but I'm not gonna lie to you when I say that I am nervous because I don't know if I'm gonna love it. But we'll see. Let's just cross our fingers and hope for the best. wanted to wait a little bit longer to give you guys a first update for this book, but I am just so extremely confused and like, I don't really know my opinions on it. But I just need to say, I'm extremely confused. And I know it's not my genre, I know it's not normally a book that's like my cup of tea, but like I really wanted to get into this for the fall time season because Halloween is in a few days. And this is giving the perfect Halloween vibes to be reading this book right in this moment, but I'm just not getting it. I'm just not getting it. And even the writing style is very interesting and the perspective of how the book is told is very, very different. I don't really remember the differences of all the different POVs. Wow, I sound really silly saying that, but there is no one perspective or person that we're following in the book. The story's not being told by one person. It's kind of like just a generalized idea. I really cannot remember what that's called, but I'm just not loving it. But we made it to chapter 4, page 42. Yes, we are still so early on that I feel like I can't say I like it or I don't like it, you know? It's just right now I'm very, very closed-minded, I guess still. I don't really know. I know fantasy is not my thing, but the talking fox that's going on, that's like actually a witch, but she cursed herself into a fox. That part's very interesting. And then Sarah, I think is how you pronounce her name. She's the main witch that we're following, and she seems to have too much magic or powers to know how to handle them or know what to do with. But in the first chapter, she uses too much of her magic and her magic just like kind of goes away. So now she's in the middle of trying to figure out how to get it back, if it's ever gonna get back. And then there's some other characters that just don't really make sense. I don't know. My brain hurts reading this book, and that is a problem because we just got out of the slump that we were in for the whole entire year, and I don't want this to be the book that puts me back into said slump, you know? So we're gonna continue it. I'm obviously not gonna put it down yet because I haven't given it a fair chance, but what you need to know so far is that I'm not enjoying it. Sadly. Very, very sadly. Let me know if you guys have read this book because yes, it is popular, but I haven't really heard too many different opinions on it. And the cover is so cute, so I'm really hoping that I end up liking it. But right now it's not looking too great. Officially made it to chapter 9, page 94, and we have a little bit of a better grasp on the book so far now. Finally, it's still so confusing and there's still so many like different things that I don't really understand, but we're doing better than the last update. There is the one little part I wanted to read you guys from the last chapter really quickly. It is just so funny and it kind of gives you the vibe of the book in my opinion. So Sarah met, I'm guessing, the love interest that may be happening in the book. I'm not sure yet, but that's just my guess. So she met him and he's staying at the inn for one night with his sister. And that's all I'm gonna say about that because there's a lot more, but that's all I'm gonna say. So that's the background of this quote that I'm gonna read you. Amusement sparkled in his eyes. You're not really selling this, you know. You're only here for one night, remember? I don't need to sell it. She smiled angelically. Also, I hope you have an umbrella. It rains apple blossom tea in this room every Sunday. It just made me giggle because it was just that immediate banter that they had with each other. So I think that relationship I'm really, really going to enjoy wherever it may go. But other than that, it's a decent book. I'm not loving it if I'm being honest, but I definitely want to at least push through and make it to the halfway point and then make a decision on what I want to do. And maybe I'm just not in the mood to read it. I don't know. I feel like if any time, this is the time for me to read this type of book, and the fact that I'm not getting into it or really enjoying it, besides that literal one page I read you, it makes me sad. But at least we're giving it a chance, and I'm excited to see what more magical things happen at the end, if Sarah is going to get her magic back, what she's gonna do to get the magic back, and I want to know more about Clemmy, the talking magical fox, because she is mysterious. She's literally giving me the vibes of Swiper No Swiping, Swiper the Fox from Dora. Like, I don't know why, but that's who the fox is reminding me of. She's kind of the villain of the inn, you know? So yeah, that's all I really have to say. We are gonna at least make it to the halfway point, so may not have any updates until then, but those are your updates for now. Unfortunately, you guys, I have come to the end conclusion that I do need to DNF this book. Unfortunately, I just cannot push myself to continue reading it, especially because we did just get out of our little reading funk that we were in, and I don't even want to put any chances on going backwards and getting back into that the last few months of the year because we're already so behind on our reading goal. So unfortunately, I have decided to soft DNF A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping for now. I think that maybe in the future I could pick this up maybe next season or something, but it's just not the book for me, and I want to say that it's shocking, but it's kind of not because this is kind of a little take on fantasy. I just seem to not be able to get into them. So we did make it to basically the halfway point. I want to say I really pushed myself hard to make it there, you guys. We made it to chapter 15, page 148, and I just can't. I can't do it. It was getting cute, it was picking up a little bit, but I just wasn't interested in what the whole book was about, to be honest. And that's definitely a me problem. I'm not bashing the book in any way. I genuinely do think that this could be an amazing book and it could be amazing writing, and I know a lot of people love it. It is definitely just a me problem and me not liking it. And while we're on the topic of rating books, I am going to give you guys the general recap of all the books that we did read and partially read in today's reading vlog. Definitely a shorter one. Definitely didn't get through as many books as my other reading vlogs that I've posted, which let me know if you guys enjoy more. Do we like the shorter, straight to the point reading vlogs, or do we enjoy the more condensed, lots of fun stuff going on reading vlogs? Let me know down below so then I know for future what I should film, what I should do. But let's get into the recap. The first book that we read in today's reading vlog was Nothing Like the Movies by Lian Painter, a very anticipated release for me in 2025. And based on my ratings and reactions throughout the whole entire video, you guys know that I thought that this was 100% worth it. This is obviously staying a 5 out of 5 stars. I got everything that I could have ever wanted from Liz and Wes as like a conclusion type vibe. Closure is the word I'm looking for. I absolutely fell in love with it. No surprise. So I would highly recommend you guys read this if you have been wanting to, but we're on the fence about it. Then we read The Honeycrisp Orchard Inn by Valerie Bowman. Definitely not a popular one, but one that should be popular because I rated this a 4 out of 5 stars. Absolutely loved the fall slash cozy slash Halloween vibes that we got in this book. The romance wasn't too much. It was definitely more of the subplot with lots of found family, lots of character building, and just the best vibes you could have ever want. And this is becoming a series. So jump on this now because it is new, and then when the next book comes out, you can keep up with the series like me. Oh, and this is definitely staying a 4 out of 5. I was going back and forth between a 4.5 and a 4, but I think it should just stay a 4. And then we obviously did end up DNFing A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping. Again, I do genuinely think that this could be an amazing book. Just not my cup of tea, but maybe in the future one day we will pick it back up, or I'll buy it on my Kindle so I can try to read it better that way. Sometimes that does the trick. Who knows? But for right now, it is just not for me. And then we did kind of read Salem's Fall a little bit in this reading vlog. I know I didn't really show you guys or talk about it too much except for in the beginning of the video, and I did end up reading up to 35-ish% of that book, and it is still going really, really good. So I can recommend it from what I've read so far. So if you're looking for a Halloween coded Kindle Unlimited recommendation, that is one that I can give you, and I will be continuing that and finishing it before Halloween and get all the Halloween vibes. But that is officially the end of this cozy little fall reading vlog. I know it is so late, you guys, but life just gets in the way sometimes, and I truly apologize, but I still really hope that you guys enjoyed it just as much, even if I did post it on time. I promise the winter vlogs will be better. I promise. We're gonna get it all sorted out. Editing issues, no more. We're gonna have it all figured out. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and if you guys did, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff you guys know how to do. Don't forget to check out all my social media handles down below. They're linked there in every single video, and also my vlog channel to catch up on all the fitness, lifestyle, all that jazz, all that fancy content over there as well. But other than that, I hope you guys are having such an amazing, wonderful day. Happy cozy season, happy fall, happy going into winter. I love you guys so much. Bye! It smells so good in here. It's a little bit vulgar, but it says, why does my fridge want to turn on right in this very moment? Oh my goodness. So maybe the next book in the series. Sadly, we are DNFing this one for now. We love having a duty fee on top of an expensive package. Love Canada. I don't remember what I was talking about and where I left off. Editing Gianna's probably laughing because she knows and I don't.